Here, some good news. Let's watch some good news instead.
But Congresswoman, if you could, and obviously I understand it's sensitive, there's probably certain things you can't tell us about. What was it like from your perspective? I mean, you're home, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Did this start with
I'm actually genuinely shocked that you could swat a fucking congressperson.
a knock on the door?
I thought that was like exclusive to fucking YouTubers and Twitch streamers and shit.
Was it a phone call? Was it a pounding? What actually happened last night from what you can tell us?
Yeah, and I'll be happy to go through detail by detail. So I was sound asleep. Of course, never expected anyone to be coming to my house at that time in the morning. Heard some knocks on the door, heard my doorbell, saw some lights outside, heard people outside my windows in my yard. And I jumped out of bed, threw my clothes on, and I picked up my gun. That was my instinct because I'm a gun owner. I'm a Second Amendment supporter, and I...
Damn, I wish she fucking came out with that. If she came out with the fucking 9, things would be very different.
I believe in defending myself, and normally I answer the door with a gun, especially if it's someone that I don't expect coming to my home. But for some reason, I had this weird gut instinct to not take my gun with me to the front door, which was very out of norm for me. So I put my gun down and I just went down the hallway, and the house was still dark. And I came around the corner and looked out the windows, and there I saw the police outside, and they had their guns. They were ready because they had received a terrible phone call to the 911 center.
I don't know.
But also the police report states something else fairly alarming, that the suspect claims that he or she is connected to this website, which is a site that actually supports cyber stalking. The suspect even gave police their username. So basically, as you pointed out, this is a suspect admitted to intending to do harm via...
His name was Autistic Right.
Cyber stalking. You said you fully want to, prosecute whomever did this. And I'm assuming that suspect is still at large, right?
Yes, there's an investigation underway, and there's an even investigation into whether that's really the person that did this. But isn't it concerning that such a website exists? Like, why does that even exist? That website needs to be taken down.
Yo, she's spitting. She's spitting. No, that's great. I let her speak. You think now that Madam Titan got swatted, the government might actually put forward legislation to protect people against this? No, because she ultimately is not all that relevant. She doesn't have enough clout within the Republican Party to like put forward any legislation. If it happened to like Nancy Pelosi or Nancy Pelosi's children or something, then yes, they would do that. But
there should be no business or any kind of service where...
Why is clout important in politics? What do you mean? How do you fucking write legislation? How is she going to fucking put forward legislation? How is she going to get people to vote for that legislation? How do you think legislation is written?
You can target your enemy.
Clout is the most important thing
absurd,
in politics.
And this is the type of lawlessness that Democrats want all over the country. You know, the Democrats are the party of defund the police, which has created crime that is going out of control all over the country. But it's also failure of our government and failure of our law enforcement to not take down a website like that. Like, all of these types of groups need to be completely eradicated. They should not be allowed to exist. They should not be able to abuse police resources like that. And police officers, we need more police officers. We don't have enough right now. They need to be able to respond to traffic accidents as real emergencies, and to calls where they've got to save someone's life, not be part of a prank or a potential, way to kill someone.
Nobody tell Marjorie Taylor Greene that like people on Kiwifarms largely agree with her, and that this, while this may reek of a false flag, nobody tell her that, okay?
So, you know, that has to end.
Okay. Let's just let her go along with it. Let us sit there a little bit. Okay, what is this? House of Dragons actor addresses racist
New hit
comment.
show House of the Dragon, days after the record-breaking premiere of the Game of Thrones prequel. One of the stars, Steve Toussaint, is addressing racist comments made by some viewers about his casting. Chris Connolly has more. Chris, good morning to you.
And good morning to you, Whit. You know, it's far from the first time this has happened, but it's still shocking to learn about racist comments aimed at a black performer. And he's speaking out about the abuse.
Yes, you can ban it. Lake McGroove, you can ban the fucking chatter. Who said, still curious. Like, I timed this motherfucker out and goes, still curious what your opinion on the adequate penalty should have been for a 14-year-old student who lured her teacher to a bathroom, slit her throat while violently raping her, putting her into a bin and dragging her body outside the school. You got mad at me bringing up this case from years ago, but I want to know, just curious, again, you can permanently ban this guy. Like, no shit, that kid needs to be fucking institutionalized, brother. Like, obviously, that's such a ridiculous fucking take. What do you think? I'm going to be like, oh, the kid should walk free. Like, is that what you think? Just curious? There you go. You got your fucking ban, okay? I was trying to be nice, but I just wanted to show you exactly what these motherfuckers do when you give them an inch, okay? He's still on the fucking, that insane crime. He wanted to be banned so he can go and like talk about how he, you know, this is his villain aesthetic. This is his villain moment. It's just impossible, dude. It's impossible. 8-month subscriber, dude. Holy fuck. You just can't be nice to debate lords. You need to purge them. You need to fucking purge them, dude. Just every time. Just insanity. Yeah, that kid got life in prison, dude. What do you want? You want to fucking kill him? You got life in prison. Clearly, he's not normal. Like, this is not like a normal criminal who is carjacking either because they want to fucking make money or carjacking because they have nothing else going on in their fucking lives. There's a drastic difference between a 13-year-old who's doing carjackings because they have no other fucking outlet, okay? And trying to adequately plug that hole is entirely different than like someone who has done such a horrific thing that is drastically different. This isn't me dick riding Tucker. It's me being horrified by such a crime committed by a kid. Bro, I asked you to fucking dial back the neurodivergence. You dialed it up. You hit me with a just curious. I don't care about the fucking House of Dragon actor thing. Here,